Hey everybody, welcome to Day 6 of the Final Fantasy Tactics Colosseum AI Tournament League for March. We've got 2 winners bracket and 4 losers bracket matches set up for tonight. We're starting the losers bracket going from the bottom of the bracket because the top pieces are not yet settled until these first 2 winners matches. So, yeah. Anyways, to start off, we have an apparently hotly anticipated matchup, Ara1 versus Korremar 2. Welcome to the Butcher Shop, Can I Take Your Order? Versus Drink Me. As you can see in the chat box, Ara getting a little more hype than is strictly necessary.
Good luck, Ara. You will need it.
Although his team, to be fair, does have the capability of luck. Sometimes Guts just doesn't stop firing. And on that note, we have Butcher the Bloodstalker with Guts. Enough everyone's grudges get off and maybe he stands a chance. Beef the King Behemoth with fixed dodge rates now. Impossible to Taiju, and Soylent the Marksman with item and throw item.
And moving over to Drink Me, we have Pu'er the Knight. Has the Escutcheon 2 for that Always Defend. Genji Helmet to absorb some statuses. Reflect Mail to bounce some magic back. Magic Ring does allow those 3 absorbs. Has Punch Art both for the standard support kit as well as the offensive side of things with martial arts, and an auto potion to help keep him up with that 417 HP. We have Roibus the Samurai Defender for that Always Defend as well, courtesy of Equip Sword, Genji Helmet for the statuses, Reflect Mail for the Reflect, and Magic Gauntlet to up that MA. 14 MA with Draw Out, Yin Yang Magic, and Counter Flood. We have Awabansha the Wizard, 16 MA with that Wizard Rod, Golden Hairpin, Mithril Vest for a little bit more tankiness, 108 Gems for the Strengthen, Weapon Guard, because why not, an item and throw item. And we have Lapsang Sochong the Bard, Fairy Harp, because Bloody Strings really doesn't do a ton. Escutcheon 2 with Equip Shield for that Always Defend. Triangle Hat, Black Costume, Angel Ring for the Re-Raise does have Barrier as well, and Time Magic.
Long day. It is noteworthy that these 2 defenders, very, very hard to knock down.
Absolutely, and with the Bard and Wizard both being able to cast into those defenders with Reflect and potentially get multiple casts out, we will see what happens. But we've seen those double and triple Blizzards before.
Large map 30, I expect we will be seeing some Blizzards.
Ludo Roibus is pretty good. If you're a T person, it's worth picking it up and giving it a shot. There's definitely different kinds of it, but I definitely like it.
I knew, like, on an intellectual level that those were drinks, but none of them were apple juice, so I just didn't pay attention.
Yes, all 4 of them are teas. Awabansha and Pu'er are definitely not something you're going to find at most places, but Roibus is not super uncommon, and Lapsang Sochong also something you can find in a fair bit of shops. It's a smoked tea leaf.
Double Protect and Regen coming out to start.
Wave Fist, a little damage onto that Tonberry. Not a ton, but the Knight not really being made for offense. Starting a Petrify on the tree early. Samurai is bold moving up to where she did. Does eat a stab out for it, but gets a Counter Flood onto the Behemoth for some damage.
Leaf Dance not enough to finish her off. And here's the Blizzard.
A Time Strike onto the Bard. No big deal on the damage there, and another couple of Protects coming out. That was 3 hits from the blizzard. Petrify onto the tree does land, so the tree is out of action unless the archer opts to break that petrify. Blood Ritual did not hurt the Tonberry for some reason.
Alright, I know what the problem with that is. Give me 1 second.
Power Source onto the Tonberry. See how this match plays out just the same anyway. A punch onto the Behemoth does just break that MP switch. Here comes another big cast, though. Another Nameless Song coming through is going to shell re-raise onto the Wizard. That's big.
Ooh boy, blizzards.
Yep, a second Blizzard cast does hit that Tonberry a second time. There's a shell onto the Knight too. Another power source onto the Tonberry, however, so it is going to heal itself up a fair bit. There's another Blood Ritual coming out for 180 onto the bard. Drops him low, but he is not dead just yet. This Life Break, if it hits, will kill, though. But re-raise on the bard. He's going to move back. I presume that's going to be a Life Song this time rather than a Nameless, if I had to guess. Here comes the Revive to bring the Samurai back up. She's going to fish for a Petrify on the Tonberry and move back out of range. Wizard's going to move up and go for another big nuke. Takes the Behemoth down. Some more damage to the Archer, but the Archer is also pretty tanky. Here comes the Petrify. Does it land? It does not. Tonberry is still in the game. Phoenix down to bring the Behemoth back up. He is very much in range to go back down pretty quick, though, and that is going to be a quick little Mjolnir, I believe, to get the kill.
Regen for the Samurai is pretty big because it's going to get her back in the fight.
Ooh, but there's a huge Olmagest. That could hurt quite a bit. Does kill the Wizard, but the Knight does block it. Knight is still super healthy here, and a Wave Fist will kill that Behemoth no problem. Samurai moving back, her move HP up, or sorry, the regen rather does heal her. There's a Protect. I do kind of wish the Bard would switch to Life Song here. There's an Everybody's Grudge, 124, but Auto Potion heals most of that back up. Behemoth brought up with that Phoenix down again, and the Archer is going to continue to run the re-raise on the Wizard, so the Wizard is going to Power Source herself. She is pretty healthy again. Haste
Another
on the
re-raise.
Wizard. Re-raise on the Bard. Absolutely very useful. Gonna continue to Nameless rather than Life. Here's a Life Break. That could hurt quite a bit. It does hit, but the Knight is still not even in near fatal. He's gonna move down and just do a punch into the back of the Behemoth. Does get the kill there. Everyone's Grudge kills the Bard, but he did have a re-raise, so he will be able to get back up. A shot into the Knight, so the Knight does go down. That will definitely kill the Tonberry, no problem, unless... ooh, and a Discord, so the Tonberry can't dodge. Guts could proc, we will see.
Didn't matter if it did.
Yep, Tonberry goes down. Bard is starting to sing again here. A power source down through the floor for the Samurai. It is just the Marksman here. She is going to Phoenix down the Tonberry. Yep, there comes the Life Song, finally getting those actual heals out. Samurai going to go ahead and go up Heaven's Cloud to hit both the Archer and the Tonberry. Kills the Tonberry. A little bit of damage to the Archer, not a ton. This is going to be a stop cast. Could potentially hit my own Samurai, except for the Reflect.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Another Phoenix down. Wizard is going to hit herself with a Blizzard, which is unfortunate. Lands the slow. Here comes the Samurai. That's going to be a Kiku to kill the Tonberry again. It is just that Archer, but the Archer with the defend is pretty healthy.
%13 petrify.
Power source from the Wizard again, keeping herself up and in MP.
Phoenix down.
Behemoth does go Crystal. Oh, a Petrify on the Archer. Knight crystallizes as well, but it is just that Tonberry now against 3 units. So, gonna be a tall task for him. Cyclone hits the guts. But here is a Don't Act being charged. Everyone's grudged enough to kill, and Counterflood does kill the Tonberry. So even with the Broken Blood Ritual, I do take it over Aura 1-0.
And just a quick fix. Yoop. And now Blood Ritual should handle appropriately. I knew exactly what it was, too.
Alright, game 2, small map. That does mean the Behemoth and the Tonberry start just a little closer to my units, so they may be able to get some extra actions in here, but we will see, because it does also mean that they're a lot closer for those big spells.
We'll see how map 65 handles it.
This map has historically not gone great for my team, but we'll find out.
Ominous music, too.
Tonberry not able to get an initial action here. Here's going to be just a shot onto the Wizard, not a ton of damage there. A Wave Fist onto the Tonberry for 90 damage, starting that damage off. Here's going to be a Heaven's Cloud. That breaks the MP switch, does some damage to the Tonberry as well. Tree going to move down. Tree does get the Leaf Dance onto the Samurai, but 105 not going to do a ton, and a counter Flood for 63.
And now it's Blizzard time.
Everybody bunched up nice there. Bard is going to move down, and it looks like he is going to start casting a Stop. But does not land on either target, unfortunately. This Blizzard, however, will hit plenty of targets. Tonberry goes down early. Will get brought back up by this Phoenix down.
Behemoth with the stab up.
Does proc the barrier, so Bard is going to be a little tankier. Wave Fist puts the Tonberry right back down.
It's a Petrify, it looks like.
Petrify or Paralyze, not sure. Misses the Revive from the tree because of that compatibility issue. Bard's going to move out of that cast range, is going to just opt to harp the Behemoth, fishing for that proc there, but no go. That is a Don't Act on the tree. 151 and a slow. Tonberry back up yet again. Is going to go straight down to Wave Fist again. No Guts proc there. And there's going to be a Petrify fish on the tree. Another cast onto the Behemoth there. Bard is going to move back and just fish for a charm yet again. Still no charm, but that is going to weaken it. The Blizzard will almost kill. Does kill, in fact.
The attack was presumably because it makes the Blizzard kill.
Petrify onto the tree, just like we saw last game.
Well, don't act wore off.
Ooh, Guts proc on the Tonberry. So the Tonberry could potentially get an action here, but a Heaven's Cloud is going to hit the Guts as well. Tonberry could get a pretty big cast off here, potentially.
Well, there's a power source that makes the cast a little less. Oh, Mjolnir makes it bigger, but near fatals it so it runs away.
Casting a time magic spell, Demi 2 around the corner, hits that Tonberry, brings him down real low yet again. Does eat in everyone's grudge in return, drops the Bard low, but the Bard does have re-raise. And a chopper going to help keep him up as well. A Discord, interesting choice from the Samurai, but at least we know that the Tonberry cannot dodge anything now.
Probably the only thing in range.
And Mjolnir does finish it off. Archer gonna resurrect yet again. Big surprise there, doing the best she can to sandbag. Grudge on the Samurai for 258, but is gonna get picked back up most likely here, and that is also, I think, gonna be a nameless song. Wave Fist kills the Tonberry.
Might not be able to bring her back up. Oh, there's item on the wizard. Never mind.
But that is a nameless song. Gets a re-raise on the low Samurai. So she is going to go down, but she will get right back up from it.
Punch.
Knight going to take the crystal so that nobody else can. Samurai does get back up. She's going to move out of range here. Wizard is going to opt to power source her to bring her back up to healthy. Re-raise on the wizard as well. That archer being very tanky does mean it's going to take just a little time to push through that HP, but she's not really getting much in the way of actions, and there's a don't act coming out. It's like the fourth time the Wave Fist has killed this Tonberry. Paralyzed was on the Tonberry, I suppose, so does not go through.
For just in case the guts went off.
I believe that was... I'm not sure, was that going for a reflect? But then the Samurai moved, so I don't know. Is the... Oh, Cyclone does hit the Tonberry, okay.
Another Phoenix down.
Ah, and Petrify does not land. That could have ended things pretty quick here.
Well, at only 13%, it's only to be expected, but it's only a matter of time.
Exactly, especially with all these buffs coming out. And there's a Blizzard. Does not kill the Tonberry. Guts does go off, but a Wave Fist puts it down again. The positioning for the archer certainly makes this difficult too. Can't get up next to her with her being up on that bookshelf there and the Petrify and the statue in the way.
Fortunately, with the power sources flowing, there is no shortage of mana to keep the team going.
What?
Well,
that's unfortunate.
Was Phoenix downed at 2.
Wave Fist gonna kill the Tonberry yet again. Wizard's gonna come over, I presume Phoenix down. Sure does. So Samurai gets back up. Nameless Song gonna go off.
Would be interesting to see is if the archer... Oh, never mind. Was wondering if the archer was gonna take the shot to kill the Samurai instead of Phoenix downing the Bloodstalker.
It'd be pretty big-brained.
Well, you know the AI.
A unit to... Oh, the Samurai does get up and is in range to Kiku the archer, so can actually start doing some chip damage to her.
Well, at 154, it's not chip damage so much anymore as just actual real damage.
Oh, and the Bloodstalker did move out of the way, so my units can move up to the archer now.
Archer's reaction is counter.
Re-raise on the Samurai over there, and she was charging a Paralyze, I believe, on the Archer, so a chance to get that don't act here. And does. Archer cannot act now, so if this Tonberry goes down right here, which it likely will, sure does, Archer can now not resurrect it for a little while.
The problem is everyone's grudge is single target, and there's enough revival on the other side that it's not really going to be able to beat all the hastes and re-raises the Bard is putting out.
And Bard is just singing away, buffing my team over and over. Archer is just hanging out on the bookshelf up there, so is continually in range for that Kiku from the Samurai. Oddly, the Knight is not opting to walk up and wave fist the Archer.
Or just landing several guts in a row, Ludo. That always works.
But speaking of the Knight wave fisting, kills the Tonberry yet again.
30% of the time, it works every time.
Kiku gets the Archer low, so she is right about to die, and here comes a cast from the Wizard that will kill. And finally, a very clean but very long 2-0 for my team, and RO1 is moved to losers.
Anyways, up next we have LoKoKaFi versus Kjata 3.
Alright, LoKoKaFi, we have the Monk here, Black Eye. Does have the supportive Punch Arts as well as Earth Slash and Secret Fist. Also has Petrify, Paralyze, Zombie 2, Confuse 2, and 396 HP with some status resists and Earth Close for that Earth Absorb, HP Restore, a pretty tanky status casting Monk. We have Ice Latte, the Marksman, the Purchase Bow, which does have that huge damage critical hit proc with Overflow, Counter Flood as well, fishing for those statuses, because only 4 MA, not doing much damage there. Feather Boots, move HP up to keep him just a little healthier, as well as item for some team support. We have Double, the Spellblade, that Whale Whisker, the big old stick bonks with short charge for Death Spell 2, Rejuve, Flash Heal, Life, so a good backup healing there when she's not stick bonking. And finally, the incredibly fast 12-speed Time Mage Nitro Cold Brew. Mace of Zeus, popular this month, of course. Triangle Hat, Secret Clothes, Sprint Shoes, so she's nice and fast. Defense up an Auto Potion, keep her just a little healthier than you think 192 HP would let her. Having those time magics as well as a couple of summons, she is pretty beefy.
On the other side, we have for Kjata 2, Kjata 3, Frozen Feet in a Warm Bed, we have Parker the Marksman with the Ice Bow and the Strengthen for Ice on the gems, along with Catch for the long-range defense. Campbell the Knight with Ice Brands, Weapon Guard, and 2 swords. Hayden the Blue Dragon, and Royal the Samurai with Counterflood, Magic Attack Up, Black Magic, and the Samurai Draw Out set. We go to large map 110 for the first match, or first game.
Hoping to potentially see a some more procs from the bow this time. Last match for LoKoKaFi, of course, did not go great for the Archer because he kept taking shots at the Geomancer with only like an 11% chance to hit, I think?
Yeah, that Abandon is brutal. I will say that I'm surprised that we've only really seen one person since it moved over to support. I guess there's just a whole lot of competition in that slot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, your assorted boosts, attack up, magic attack up, the defense ups, as well as, all the equipment benefits. It's a very hotly contested spot. Alright, some more haste coming out here, getting everybody moving nice and quick. Except herself, apparently. Here comes a shot out early. Gets counter-flooded, but the counter-flood does miss. No proc, but decent damage coming out. Temporal Strike gets counter-flooded as well. Gets the Confusion proc.
I like that we're seeing more temporal strikes this month. I think
Agreed.
It was an underutilized ability.
With just how strong haste is in a game that's so, you live or die on the action economy. A punch does put the samurai down, a shot onto the knight, but doesn't hit. Time Mage does finally succeed in hasting herself. Ooh, Spellblade gets mid-charged, double 190 is going to go down. Power Source into the Dragon, who was full health, of course, but that Confuse, just not really, Archer not really sure what to do here. Oh, and a Power Source to the face of the Undead Knight. Fishing for a Petrify on that Dragon. 275, a very hefty dash, but the Monk is tanky enough to take that hit and stay standing. Here's a Fairy to resurrect the Spellblade, but the Knight gets another action. Is going to move up and kill the Monk to prevent that Petrify from going off.
And haste.
The Archer shoots the Knight, but does heal. There's a Rejuve on the Knight, though. Big damage, and also heals all the other units here. Another Power Source to the Knight's face is going to kill. Time Mage gets the haste out, is getting a little low on MP here. Dash into the back of the Spellblade, but she does survive that. A soft, the Archer is still confused, of course. And here comes a life to resurrect that Monk. LoKoKaFi looks like it might have this one in the bag here. Oh, and there's a big proc. Gets that huge critical hit against the Dragon. Does kill in one shot. Secret Fist gets the death sentence, and now it is just a matter of time.
Power Source is making Undead look a little more complicated to use this month now that it's not just an infinite res machine on 15 speed thieves and ninjas.
Confused Archer still trying his best, but he is going to go down here in just a moment. Nitro Cold Brew still keeping everybody nice and fast, as the name would imply, and there goes the Archer. That is going to be 1-0 for LoKoKaFi.
We go to small 24 for the next. With that railing and ledge that does such funny things to Berserk.
Time Mage moving up and is not going to start with a haste, actually. Is going to cast offensively here. Takes a shot, and it does get the proc for 180 damage. Wow. Phoenix down, going to bring her right back up, but that is a tempo loss for LoKoKaFi here. But a Petrify on either the Samurai or the Knight. Wasn't sure what unit that was on. Ice Breath going to put the Time Age right back down.
I mean, it's no 440 proc like your Archer does, but still pretty big.
Oh, that's a big Cheery hitting 3. Kills the Archer, does big damage to 2 other units. This one is probably going to Kjata, I would guess. Especially missing that Petrify, Counterflood coming out. Just immediately on the back foot and no way out of it, most likely. Revival and Time Mage again. Not sure she's going to get an action here. No, Ice Breath going to kill the Spellblade. Samurai is just going to Muramasa, and that should kill both, I believe. It sure does. That was a very fast second round. The small map really playing into Kjata's favor there.
That does seem to be Kjata's whole thing. Lose the large map and dominate the small map. So we'll see how Arguay Woods does for the decider.
One of the larger medium maps here. A little bit of terrain could potentially play a part, but mostly just a nice open shot for both sides. Time Mage not moving up this time, so not going to eat that early shot. Marksman gets a shot out early, is going to shoot at the other marksman. No proc, 120 damage, nothing to sneeze at. That's a Confuse coming out, I believe. Big cast coming out from that Samurai for Kjata. Oh, that was a Rejuve onto the Knight, offensively. Here comes the Confuse. Lands on the Archer. But a big Blizzard gonna hit 2 units, I think? Hit 3, but 1 is blocked. Demi 2 takes out the Knight. Huge damage to the Dragon and damage to the other unit as well. But a power source from the Confused Archer onto the Dragon. Still a productive turn that time.
Spellblade going for Rejuve again.
Hits the Dragon, does proc that Dragon Spirit, and no proc from the Archer's bow. Another Demi coming through, gonna put the Dragon very low and get a kill. 2 hits, but the Dragon gets right back up.
The power of Dragon Spirit.
I believe that's a loss. Is everybody else down on the other team? Not that it matters. The Dragon is going to die anyway. There's no way he's killing all 4 units, but...
The Archer just lost his Confused to the Earth Slash. He's down in the pit, but he's there.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was alive or not.
He only got hit with 1 Earth Slash. I don't think that one-shots him.
Oh,
apparently it does.
Well, just the same, even though the Dragon would have already been DQ'd for the late Resurrect. That is 2-1 for LoKoKaFi, and it moves on. Kjata 3 is sent to Loser's Bracket.
Okay. We go down into the Loser's Bracket now that our Winner's Bracket is finalized. We go to the first match of the Loser's Bracket tonight. Fig One's Tricks of the Trade versus Love Colored Magic One's Rule of Vengeance. Darn it. Alright, for Fig 1, we have Diplomat the Mind Flare with Mind Control. Geologist the Spellblade with Elemental Counterflood and Overflow. Very popular set for Spellblades. Doctor the Oracle with the Muskrod to fish for, that's Charm, I believe, procs, along with the Magic Defend Up Auto Potion White Magic support set. And Dominatrix the Monk with an H-Bag with Dance and HP Restore. On the other side, for Love Colored Magic 1, we have Liholt the Monk with Punch Art, Steel, Damage Split, and Equip Armor. I assume Steel Heart, but also the Throat Punch and its friends. Melody the Geomancer, basic skill, Counterflood, Abandon. This Geomancer has been dodging so much this week, this month, same thing. If it keeps drawing fire, could be another pretty big victory for Love Colored Magic. Asgard the Woodman, and Malik the Squid Larkin. Squids on both teams, but different tiers. I don't think we saw a whole lot of them last month, so cool to see two here together today.
Yeah, I did have a squid on one of my teams, the second tier, I believe. That we've definitely seen some big AoEs from the squids this month in previous matches, so.
Yeah, the Psionic Blast. Anyways, we start off at the Sweegie Woods.
Right, there's the early Time Blast, of course. Very reliable single target haste from the squids. Hell Ivy coming out early, 104 damage to the Spellblade, but a Counter Flood does take more damage and gets the Death Sentence proc. Time Blast on the other side. Spin Fist guarded, and another Death Sentence proc from the Counter Flood. And a stop proc. Incredible luck with those procs.
Sometimes you just high roll.
Don't act. Wow, the status infliction here is absolutely brutal.
But apparently it only works for one team.
Another stop proc. Good lord. Monk is taking another action here, but it is down to one already. And goes for a Death Sentence on the other Monk, doesn't land it. Here comes a Life to bring the Spellblade right back up and into the action.
The RNG having a clear favorite this match.
Another Death Sentence onto the stopped unit. Right, we are, match is still going, but, things looking a little rough here. All those death sentences coming out are slowly ticking down. This tree is still plenty healthy, does get a Leaf Dance on the Oracle. But a Petrify could take it right out of the action. Does not land. Oh, and Hell Ivy also not landing. Damage split reflecting just a little bit of that damage.
Right, Ludo?
Geo does get the monk back up, and a time blast onto the monk, gonna make it nice and fast. The monk is very low, so it could go right back down here if somebody's in range to do something about it. Yep, and that is an Aqua Lung will kill the monk again immediately. So that is 2 actions burned on getting him up and hasted.
And both of those units at 1 on the death sentence counter, so they're both going to fall down before they have a chance to repeat.
Yep, there goes the squid. Squid and you are both down, so it is a 4 versus 1, just the tree still standing.
With all those early procs, I don't think it could have ended up any other way.
Not likely. LCM really not the favored team here with that RNG.
I dropped my controller. Get back here.
Another Petrify coming out. So if the damage doesn't kill, the Petrify just might end it. And it does. Game 1 does go to Fig. Let's see if LCM has any better luck on the second map here.
We go to small 8.
Monk gonna get an early Wave Fist, but does miss. Counter Flood coming out for more damage than he would have done if he'd hit. Demon Fire, no procs this time, so looking like the RNG is playing just a little more fair. And Mind Control coming out does get the charm onto LCM's Monk. Counter Flood gets the Sleep proc. Sonic Wave, good damage onto Fig's Monk. Oracle gonna move up and fish for Confusion. Magic Spirit brings the Geo back to full health, but is still sleeping. A Confusion Song on the tree. Death Sentence on the Squid. Squid does Counter Flood for good damage. At least the Squid's not going to be touched, so it does have a chance here. Spin Fist wakes the Geo up by killing it. Kami Itachi gets a Don't Act on the Squid, so now it is Don't Acted while that Death Sentence is ticking down. Very unfortunate. Would have had a couple free turns, but now it does not. Tree is going to go ahead and Magic Spirit. Does heal, but to what end? Petrify onto the tree, and this is already looking like a 2-0 incoming.
Yeah, that was just bullying.
Absolutely. Nameless Dance does proc a poison on the Charmed Monk. If honestly, that's not even a bad thing. Oh, and look at that, Kami Itachi breaks the charm and procs a Don't Act. Monk is in the corner, silenced, Don't Acted, poisoned. Aqualung gonna do damage, drop him to near fatal, and he is gonna die shortly thereafter. And that will do it. Moves over to die next to his friend that he killed. That's gonna be a 2-0 for Fig, and LCM1 is out of the tourney.
We go now to the other Aura of the Dawn match, if Aura's still here and excited. Extreme Insanity versus Amazing Master Onion. Yes, Fig took it 2-0 very decisively. Anyways, for Aura 2 Extreme Insanity, we have Drop a Draco, the Red Shoes Dragon Rod Spellblade Bahamut Whacker. No Earth for you with a Stone Gun, Counter, and Sicken. Also item as a support. Bright Death, the Oracle, featuring Yin Yang Magic, White Magic, Regenerator, and Equip Shield. And Terminal Velocity. Attack up Hamido, fastest ninja you can make. On the other side, we have Amazing Master Onion, Kick Punch, it's all in your mime. Mime for the Bard with, what do you have, Bard? Life Song and Battle Song. Arrow Guard to keep the Bard up in the back line, and throw item and item for support. Lancer with Martial Arts and Punch Art, as well as Barrier to keep it healthy. And Geomancer with Punch Art for the defensive part of the set, Guts and HP Restore. We go to 125. I mean, sometimes 55-55 is actually intentional.
Yeah, if you've got 4 good reactions and nothing specifically keyed off of Brave for damage. There's that big ol' haste, of course, hitting all 4 members. Fireball from the ninja, but it was only a 63% chance, so does not hit, is guarded by that Geomancer. Ninja's going to move up and take a throw at the mine. Does land this time. Here comes the battle songs coming out. With the double battle song, we've seen how impactful that becomes very quickly with these punching units.
Yeah, given any amount of time to scale, and, well, very bad things happen.
Secret Fist does miss. There's a big cast coming out from the Oracle. Geo is going to move out of range of it. Is going to Pitfall 2 units here. Just some damage, nothing big. A Pitfall Mimic, though, does hit 3 units, 1 friendly, but does get a Don't Move proc. And a Punch to kill the Ninja. That was a big turn. Oh, but a gunshot does kill that mime. And here's a Confused 2, gonna hit 2 units, lands, or 3 units, only lands on the friendly.
But the friendly is berserked, so probably not actually a huge change.
Phoenix down on the mime. Yep, there's a swing from the berserk unit, 216 into the Lancer. The Lancer's still healthy enough. 87 HP is keeping him out of near fatal, and he's gonna move in for a big Spin Fist. Hits 2 units, good damage from both of them.
But he's taken down with the Stone Gun.
3 on 2 currently. Pitfall could change that pretty quick. Sure does. 2 on 2. The mime, well, the mime gets up, moves away since it is low health. 216, a big rod whack from the Berserk unit into the Geomancer. But here's the life song. It's going to be double life songs with that mime.
So that does bring some people back up. Mime might be getting back into the fray.
Pitfall should kill here. Doesn't quite kill. It drops very low. 20 HP. The The Mediator power sources herself back up to health, but that does mean it's a turn where she's not shooting that incredibly deadly gun. All these life songs, all the units back up to full health here.
Although that Spellblade does swing pretty hard.
A 216 out of the Mime drops him right back down to near fatal, but not quite enough to one-shot. Pitfall into the Mediator again, no status procs, but 98 damage is not small.
Mediator goes for a revival on the Oracle.
Mime does pick up the crystal.
Yeah, with the Spellblade being out in the middle of the enemy team and nowhere near teammates to accidentally attack, the Confuse just makes it a never-ending source of damage that does not get interrupted.
Here's the Pitfall. It does kill both of those units, so it is just the Spellblade up. Mime is moving away. Another Battle Song coming out, but Spellblade is going to get an action here in a moment. It can move to the Mime. It will kill.
With only single target attacks, however, and any manner of revival left on the other side, this Spellblade isn't really going to be able to get there.
Absolutely not. Just a matter of how long it's going to take to actually attack it. It's berserked, and they don't want to, or confused rather, and they don't want to break that confuse. But it is very dangerous while being berserked and confused. But Lifesong keeping everybody out of kill territory since can't get a one-shot. Disharmony as well, so now it can't dodge. Mime is going to go for the punch. 378 kills that Spellblade.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before a single one-shot was possible, and then the AI will take it. So game 1 goes to Amazing Master Onion, and we go to Small Map 25.
A lot less room to maneuver on this map, or at least without going through the archway to the other half of the map. Here comes that big haste 2, of course. Gonna haste the whole team. And the Spellblade gets out early, does take a big bonk into the Lancer. Lancer gets the barrier, so it is going to keep him a little healthier here. That's going to be a Disharmony, so she is not dodging anything. .108, good damage to her, but she's still plenty healthy. A shuriken into the Mime. Bard does finally get an action here and is going to start singing a Holy. I was wondering what the single target was there. Holy into the Lancer. Not a lot of damage, though, with that shell being up. Gunshot does drop him low, though, and he is poisoned as well, but a Life Song gonna make a
Life
difference.
songs.
Gonna make a difference very quick. Repeating Fist 126. That Spellblade is getting a little lower, but is still going to do just fine. Another 216 Rod Bonk.
Let's see. Capricorn. Bad with Aries and Libra. Yeah, it was bad compatibility plus shell aura.
And the Venetian Shield is the halves all elements as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so it was halved and 2/3 and 75%ed. So
off of a unit with 13 MA, which is not small, but is also not crazy high and doesn't have any strengthen or magic attack up.
So yeah, it was doing 1/4 damage.
Haste's wearing off there. Another battle song coming through. Just for the Geo, though, nobody else up to receive that. Mimic Daravan doesn't land on either. Spellblade is too angry to go to sleep. Magic Shuriken gets a kill on the Geo.
Does not, Ludo. I very specifically made sure that was the case.
Shuriken puts the Geo back down. It is just this Bard here keeping the team alive, and that's not going to be for long, though he is hiding in the corner.
And so we take it to a game 3, going to medium map 4.
It's worth noting this is Kaffe's last solo team in the tourney, so this is a
Back
big,
against the wall.
big game for him. Does at least have the single unit still in LoKoKaFi, but last solo team at least. Okay, you were correct. You did have the Strength and Holy from the White Robe.
That spell is not worthless. You just were dealing, let me think, 5/16, so a little bit less than a third damage. And also with the way spells truncate and you having low MA, like, it's not a surprise that if that spell was being operated without all of those negatives, it'd still be doing, like, over 100 damage. Which is fine, given it costs almost nothing.
Yeah, 200 JP on White Magic, which is a pretty early job in the job tree, so not too hard to get to.
Low JP, low MP, and more importantly on a job that is not built for offense.
Especially with all the shenanigans we saw in the early months with Holy, it is just a little too strong. Dark Holy does still exist if you want that huge single target spell.
Yeah, you just can't get it on the best support skill set in the game. The one that everybody takes.
Magic Shuriken, that Lancer is very, very tanky, though. Is still staying up pretty well here. Full life onto the Berserk Spellblade, so it does still have a chance to do more here. Revive onto the Mime, so the Mime might get another chance to live too, but not if this Mediator has anything to say about it.
Which she did.
Phoenix down brings him right back up yet again. Ninja's going to move back into the back and is going to throw a Yagyu Darkness into the back of his teammate. An Earth Slash to heal the friendly Bard. The Lancer's going to move back and soak up some HP from that move HP up.
No shoe on the other foot today.
Another Yagyu Darkness onto the friendly Oracle. Ninja is really murdering his own team here.
Turns out when your team is all good compat with each other, charm is really scary.
Lancer does manage to get out of near fatal. A gunshot's going to put the bard right back down, or sorry, the mime right back down again. There goes a phoenix down to bring him right back up again. He is serving a purpose, however, here, just soaking up some actions, while the ninja is busy killing his own team. Speaking of, fireball, but it does miss.
Mime once again brought back up.
Lancer secret fists onto the Berserk Spellblade. That does mean it's going to go down, but it does also mean it gets a couple of turns where nobody's probably going to touch it. Well, the ninja does manage to not friendly fire this time.
And a big gunshot plus sicken for the Geomancer.
Both teams are still in it here. It is still anybody's game, especially with the ninja taking out its own teammate here with that magic shuriken.
But a life gonna bring her right back up. Just a little top off with chakra, and then a big top off with chakra.
Yep, here comes the full life on the mediator, so the mediator's going to stand right back up.
Is that full teams up for both sides again?
Yes. No.
It
Not with that
was.
shuriken. There, the bard goes down, but that was going to be the last action from that spellblade until if it does get revived or not. The mime punching the ninja out of confusion may have not been the best choice. There's a shuriken into the bard in the back. Kaffe's team holding on as best it can.
Either way, very tight match.
Earth Slash misses. So the ninja does not go down. Does get the chance to swing and get a kill. Phoenix down, so the mime's back up yet again. Here goes the Geomancer, is going to get the Lancer back up, so Ninja's going to put the Lancer right back down, but that also means that it's not getting a chance to do anything else here.
Kaffe's team proving quite resilient, but the extreme speed on that ninja is slowly wearing them down. But the ninja goes down.
It's just the Mediator now. Mediator's going to get up the Oracle before she has a chance to crystallize. Kaffe's team also going to start reviving itself here.
Round 2. Fight.
Oracle is going to heal herself and back up. Mime does move up and swing on the Mediator, gets some decent damage onto her. Lancer does good damage too, and there we go. The mimicked attack does finish her off, so Kaffe in a very good spot to take this game here. Oh, but the mimicked revive! Oh no!
Mime crimes.
The bard does take the Mediator back down. The Oracle's going to get a regenerator on herself. She does have a fair bit of HP, but not going to last very long, especially with no MP. This is going to be it, I believe. Secret Fist misses.
That actually would have been super good for Aura if that landed. Because with 3 turns, she would have had time to find a crystal.
Another Secret Fist. So let's see if your prediction is true there. She's going to Holy the Mime get the kill.
Well, she probably won't make it all the way to the crystal now, so never mind. And the mime takes it. So yeah, that looks like it's gonna be Kaffe for the win. Was a real close match though.
Absolutely. Until these last few actions, it really was still anybody's game. That is Aura 2 eliminated. Kaffe 2 moves on.
Takes us to our 5th match, Cross 1 Shrug versus Sardek 1's Paragons. Just my random thoughts from Cross. Featuring a Materia Blade Knight with draw out, HP restore, and attack up. A Mediator with talk skill, white magic, meat bone slash, and guts. Big meat bones with, or big range for meat bone with a gun. Chemist with a book, dance, arrow guard, and equip shield. And Faith Rod Wizard with auto potion, short charge, and basic skill. On the other side, we have Alacrita, the Time Mage, with item, defense up, and auto potion. Unusually tanky for a mage. Hammer Eye version 2. This one needs no introduction. Darevon the Mediator with basic skill, regenerator, and sicken. And Lena the Wizard with Kaiser Plate, Faith Rod, white magic, equip shield. Really wish she was a Spellblade. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. We go to large map 40 to start it off. Yeah, Charm and Confuse are still as brutal as they've always been. They will turn a match around. So that's me on the left in purple and Cross on the right with red.
Chemist is starting to dance nice and early. There's the big haste coming out. Is going to hit the whole team, of course. Everybody moving nice and quick to open.
Speed Ruin does not get the slow.
Mediator moving up top, so he does have a good line of sight on a lot of units with that gun. A Disillusion gonna lower the magic. 220, Chemist does just survive it. Here's a Demi 2 coming out. 204 to the Knight, so the Knight is very low as well. Hammer gonna finish that one, no surprise. Another Disillusion coming out.
Boom.
Explosion does kill the other wizard. So it is already looking rough for Cross here.
Slow wears off on Cross's Mediator, though.
126 takes decent chop. Here's the Night Sword, should kill. Yep, Chemist goes down. A good meat bone slash there, does pretty good damage, but is going to die very shortly thereafter. And that is going to be game number 1 going to Sardek. We'll
go to small map 104 next.
could potentially make a difference, but the small map does also mean that Hammer Eye gets in range very quickly too.
Yeah, Lena does not want to be in range, but Hammer Eye sure does.
Opening with the haste, a book from the chemist onto the wizard. Pretty good damage here.
And catches the chemists too.
That explosion is going to put her down very fast unless this Heaven's Cloud has anything to say about it. And it does! It's just enough to kill the wizard. Damage split and auto potion means it didn't do a lot to the other units here. And that's a big stasis sword on two pretty soft units. One stop, one kill.
And wizard is back up.
Power source makes her nice and healthy too, so she is out of one-shot range.
The other wizard is back up as well. Lol,
Not
JK.
for long. It's a sword, 2 kills. Gunshot into the chemist, lots of damage and a sicken.
It's going to be a mid-charge? No.
An interesting choice.
No, it makes sense. It prevented the Demi 2 that would have killed the chemist.
Here's a Knight Sword, though, and that should kill. Sure does, so it's just that weakened Mediator and the Knight. Knight is pretty low now after that gunshot. Sicken with gunshot, very effective. And a Dark Holy is almost certainly going to kill here. Absolutely, so it's just the weakened Mediator versus 4.
Guts and the meat bone hits the samurai in front instead of the wizard that triggered it.
Mediator tried his best, but it was not enough, and that is 2-0 Sardek. Cross 1 is eliminated.
We go to our final match of the night, Korremar 1 versus Hero 2.
All right, starting and ending the night today.
Yep.
All right, we have the Legion with Tribunus, the Time Magic Haste 2 caster with that Night Killer and Sicken afterwards. Does have Catch to prevent any other very fast units from stopping her from getting that haste off. We have Legatus the Samurai, sort of like a slightly smaller Hammer Eye. The attack up and 2-hand on the Kiku doing pretty good damage. Barrier and a lot of HP, going to keep him up pretty well. We have Hastatus the Monk, 501 HP from the Barbuda and Genji armor. Genji also providing some status absorbs, HP restore, steal for some extra utility. He's a very tanky boy. And Ballistarius the Mediator with that stone gun, Aegis Shield for the extra magic evade, counter white magic, so a reasonably tanky Mediator insofar as a Mediator can be tanky at least.
And on the other side, for Hero 2, we have Triple H. Heroes, heroes, heroes. Heroes, 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 heroes. Oh god, they keep growing. Mr. Zoom starts us off with another hyperspeed ninja with ninja knives, dragon spirit, and defense up, along with item. Mrs. Zoom the Geomancer with draw out, auto potion, and magic attack up. Blast from the past this team. And a Rod Bonker with summon magic, meatbone slash, and attack up. And a regular supportive oracle with short charge and regenerator. We go to large map 87. This map just isn't the same without Agrius.
Right, both teams starting pretty far apart. A shuriken early, gonna catch that catch the shuriken. That's exactly why she has that catch, of course. Gets a second action, she's gonna take a shot there. Does get the proc, but the proc is blocked. Muramasa is going to do some decent damage to her. Did land the second on the Geo, so she's already kind of doing her job. Anything past the haste for her is just, that's just a bonus. Casting a wall on her, so that is going to help her stay alive potentially, but not for too long. She is a pretty soft unit. And there's a Shiva. Does get the kill on her. That wall did not make a difference. Samurai is now in play. 221, very good damage. Auto Potion does sponge some of that up. Here's a Wave Fist coming out onto the ninja. Procs the Dragon Spirit. Muramasa on the back line. Mediator does take a big hit of damage there, but is still healthy enough. Is going to get a shot here. 196 puts the Geomancer down.
160 on the Samurai.
Barrier goes up, is going to keep him up a little better, but not through that life. 205 damage, and it does hit. So oh, actually, he does survive. Target on the ninja for 90. Not enough to kill. Monk is going to Wave Fist the ninja, though, and that will do it. There's the re-raise on the ninja, so he's going to Mega Potion himself and move back. Got the marksman charging something over there, not sure what it was. There's a Shiva, is going to kill that samurai. Do some damage to the monk as well. There's a wall coming out on the mediator himself. So, Shell and Protect. Petrify being charged on the monk. Can he stop it? Throat Punch, he sure can. Mega Potion gonna heal up, but the marksman should be able to stand up pretty soon here. Here comes a Persuade, lands the stop on the Oracle. 252, a huge hit onto the monk. Not quite enough to kill, but the Shuriken will do it. There's the Archer, stands back up. She is going to get another turn here. Going to take a pot shot at the stopped Oracle. Gets the proc, and poisoned as well. Gunshot is going to put him down.
Yeah, that's within tolerance.
Phoenix down, going to pick him right back up, but is in range of 2 ranged units here. That's another charge coming out from the Spellblade. It's another Shiva, will do a lot of damage. Archer goes back down. Oracle comes back up yet again. Marksman should get a turn here in a moment. Yep, sure does. Moves over. He's going to put the Oracle right back down yet again, keeping the ninja from taking other actions as it just resurrects over and over. Another unit stands back up there. Samurai is up, gets a throw stone, puts the Oracle down. Ooh, Spellblade moves all the way over to get that crystal. Takes an insult, but it does not land, does not stop the spell, so the Shiva goes off. Samurai is back down. It's just the marksman right now.
Mediator?
Mediator, yeah, who is fairly healthy, but it's gonna be a moment for these other revives here. Monk just ticked down to 0. There's a Persuade, lands the stop, so the Mediator is safe. I spoke too soon. Does eat a magic shuriken. And a cure. Not going to do a ton of damage, just 60. But the Mediator is very low here. Gunshot puts the Oracle to near fatal, but that is going to kill the Mediator, so the first round is going to go to Hero 2.
Second, we go to small map 52. The Legion's got their back against the wall, Korremar. Think they can pull it out?
The small map might help just a little bit, but Hero 2 is a pretty formidable team, and Legion lacks just a little bit of damage. They have some staying power, but they can fall behind in tempo pretty easily. Split map could make a big difference here, though. Not being able to haste all the team members, having 2 members starting slow is a huge handicap. Alright, gonna have, okay, does get at least the haste 2 off, does catch that shuriken and prevent the death, so a single haste on the samurai, but 2 units starting slow. Gets a temporal strike, so that is pretty useful. And there's a big throw stone, but it is guarded.
I like how Throwstone is not just a complete joke of an ability anymore.
Yeah, it's actually very useful. Muramasa hitting 2 gets a confusion. And those slowed units are just not going to get any action, so it's going to be over very quickly. This map was a very bad roll for the Legion.
Samurai's doing his best, but that's a lot of difficulty to overcome.
Absolutely, not going to last long. A chakra there, so the monk keeping himself healed, and he is confused, so it may take some time for them to actually attack him. So, who knows, maybe there's some undead shenanigans here, but I don't see it happening. His slow does wear off, so if Hero's team opts not to attack him for a little while, it does seem like that's the case so far. It does punch the ninja for not a lot of damage, procs the dragon spirit. But I guess there's nothing on Hero's team that can one-shot him, so they don't want to break that confusion, so...
Well, Petrify will do it.
That could end the match right here. We will find out, but undead units, they do have a chance to stand back up here. One already failed it. Does the Petrify land? And it does. That is the game, and the Legion is eliminated. That map was just too bad of a roll, could not overcome the slows.
And there we have it. We'll be coming back tomorrow with the remainder of this stretch of the losers bracket and some pieces of the winners bracket. So look forward to that. I'll be taking Saturday off, but I will see you all tomorrow.
Evening, y'all.